Again, I want to go back to what's going on in Europe. And again, it's Sweden, Germany, these wealthy countries that are rapidly declining into poverty as well as anarchy. We have a article today on Infowars.com. Sweden to house immigrants in Lapland ski resort while their own citizens suffer under a housing shortage. As Paul Joseph Watson writes, migrants traveling to the welfare haven of Sweden will be housed in the ski resort. The citizens will labor under the burden of a housing shortage. He points out that the spa will offer spa treatments, massages, a swimming pool, a bubble bath, a sauna, as well as a spectacular mountain view of its bedrooms. And the migrants will be allowed to stay at this resort until February. Meanwhile, as they're enjoying these amenities, Swedish citizens continue to be burdened by a housing shortage, exacerbated by the large number of immigrants the country is taking in each year. Some politicians are also urging citizens to give up their garages in order to house third world immigrants. Now, when they do that to us, do you think that'll be a violation of the Third Amendment? I mean, they're not troops, but I guess you could call them troops because they're kind of marching in like an army. Look at this picture that we've got from the Daily Mail of a march into Western Europe. Shocking pictures show thousands of determined men, women, and children trudging across the Balkans as politicians warn that the EU could collapse in weeks. Look at that. Are those the troops of the New World Order? The troops that have been brought in to collapse and reorganize society? The troops that have been brought in to destroy the wealth and the independent sovereignty of the West so that they can have their globalist way? Because, of course, that's the only thing that is standing in the way of the globalists are the nations that stood in their way, the nations of Europe and America. And, of course, we see that in Sweden, one of the other aspects of this is a aspect of cultural shock, they say. This is the article from Kurt Nemo. He says, cultural shock in Western countries where there are significant Muslim immigration is the crime rate, especially the disproportional sexual crimes against the host country's women. In Sweden, which does not usually report the nationality of rapists, a just-released study by Swedish police revealed that Muslim men, who constitute only 2% of the population, are responsible for 78% of the rapes. Once peaceful Sweden has the highest rape rate in Europe, the second highest in the world, next to South Africa. And it's not just Sweden. It's not just Germany. It's also Copenhagen. There's a Muslim mob attacking a police car at a Shiite festival where the Shiites hit the fan. And you can see the video of that on this particular article. Let's see, who is this by? This is the Gateway Pundit. Listen to this clip from RT that we've got. This is a guy named Jonathan Pye, and he's talking about what it costs to rent a room, a little cupboard under the stairs in London.
I mean, economics to me is, can I afford a house? Can I afford to buy a house? Where do you live? London. No. Can I afford to rent a house? Where do you live again? London. No. What can I afford then? A cupboard under the stairs for 500 quid a month. You read that in the paper the other day. 500 quid a month for a cupboard under the stairs. How can that possibly be a healthy housing market?
Yeah, how can that be a healthy housing market? Welcome to the future. That's the future they want for us, the future of desperation, of austerity, of privation, because we simply cannot have a welfare state and this kind of massive immigration. That's what you have to look forward to. A cupboard under the stairs for £500 a month. That's probably $700, $750 a month American, okay?
Radioactive contamination is now in most of the food supply. There's only two ways to avoid this. Move south of the equator or properly protect your thyroid with Nascent Iodine. Secure your super high quality Nascent Iodine today at InfoWarsLife.com.